Good day, everyone. Salutations and good morning to a lot of you. And hello if it's still super late for everyone else. Welcome to the Slith's Den channel. My name is Wingless. And I've been sleeping at terrible times. I'm a little restless, but I've just been not being able to sleep. And I'm finding myself grinding, focusing on a few things. And just wanted to just be live and figure Slimy over here and myself would just do grinding, do a session, and chat with people if they come up. So, hope you have fun. Hope you're doing well this morning. And don't hesitate to chat with me in the chat. But I'm going to be focusing on MCHub. I'll talk a little bit about what are my feelings, because if you've seen some of the other live sessions, you'll see I've tried Enchanted MC, I've been on OPL, and so I've got a bit of points on those, pros and cons and stuff like that, way before Kuma MC as well. So I've got a bit of feedback on that, a few plans on what I want to do coming soon, as well as this weekend, next week, stuff like that. So yeah, let's have fun. Let's just grind a little bit and focus on what's up. Right now I've been focusing a little bit on what needs to be done with leveling up, except I have access to a better P mine, and I'm gonna go work there and grind, just because I have more control and more ability on getting just as much as possible from there. So I might as well. I might put the audio a little bit less down, because I know the bing bings are going to be a little bit annoying. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah, if anything comes up that is annoying, let me know. But yeah, wanted to do also an early morning thing as well. I haven't done it in a while. There have been members before that that have been they're just from part of the world that is only available for available to watch things early on. So figured I'd do a surprise things. I should start scheduling things a little bit better, which is one of the things I'm probably gonna aim to do at some point, is potentially do a daily stream. It is a bit of what I want to try to test out. They might not be long streams, but I'm hoping to do one for a week straight and tackle a different game each day. But but kind of schedule it and see where things go. So there's that. So that's one of my plans I want to try to do soon. Also, with Minecraft Legends coming out next week, there's definitely going to be a lot of coverage on that. So expect us taking a look at that, seeing what that is about, and what to anticipate there. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there's also like some of the collaborations that are still going to be happening with others that are still in the pending stages as well. There's still the Borderlands series that we want to do with Ya Boy Venoms. There is the occasional like just gaming sessions with Jordan Ambitious. And yeah, those things will be awesome to check out and see how things go. With speaking of Jordan Ambitious, as well as Thorad and Frigimon Fanatic, gotta say thank you to my members. The 3 members that I have so far with the channel. They're on their new month with the support that they provided, and I just want to reiterate thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. This is in addition to thanking all of those that do subscribe and do participate in the chat, interact, say hi. So yeah, all that's appreciated. Very much love seeing the interaction we've been getting. And just to let you guys know as well, we are going to have a community game night a game day, game night, game evening. On this coming Sunday, we are going to be doing Jackbox Party Pack. So, for those that are unaware what it is, it's basically you can play with a smartphone or with your browser as the controller, and there's various games that let you choose the options that you need for the responses or whatnot. Some of the game modes are trivia, some of them are like intended to make fun of other people, but like in a funny manner. Some are like fake dating, and you're trying to like figure out what kind of monster they are. There's like Pictionary like games as well. So there's a lot of those party type games that are available, and we are going to be checking them out. And it will be a recorded session. I do have members that are very vocal, in the sense that they tend to swear a little bit. But there are funny and phenomenal moments during games like Quiplash, games like Escape the Internet, Breaking the Internet, stuff like that. So we will be playing kind of the ones that do create a little bit more interest in where things are going, and then we'll go from there. So that should be interesting. And it's always fun. Everyone tends to be very goofy, and got their moments going on. So yeah. What updates to say? I think I mentioned it last time, but just in case, things have changed up on McHub. Marco, who came back for a little bit, has left, or it seems to be back in the Shadow Realm of things. And then, oh wow, I just got a diamond drill. Nice. I think I'm gonna go deposit that right now in my mind. Go. Yeah, I'll take additional diamond drill. Yeah, so the guards have changed again. Techmolet apparently is going to only support Skyblock, and see where that goes. So for those that haven't been following what's going on McHub, a lot of changes have been made in the past, I would say 6 months. For about more than that, a lot of just the same old was being repeated over and over again, and it wasn't really setting things apart. Prisons wasn't such an as bad of a state, but it was still very similar actions, and then like very cheap out events that just kind of didn't move things forward so much for the server. It turned it a little bit more into too much of a cash grab. And I'll say this with like the fact that like McHub is still probably one of the better Skyblock and prison servers, in my opinion. But to say that they still took a step back is what's happened. A lot of it came from just like a lot of people just stopped caring, I think, as much with the updates, and it has caused a bit of like less people playing. They went from like a server that probably had 1,000 to down to like 500. 500 or 400 at this point, so it's lowered that number significantly. Apologies for the yawning. It's definitely like my body is just like sort of realizing it's like morning, so it's like, why are you up so early? It's like, wanted to stream. So yeah, back to McHub stuff. Finster's not promoting it anymore. They're focused on another server right now, and for Minecraft purposes, but like Finster's been focused on a lot more other additional stuff as well. So that's changed kind of the paradigm on that. as for other media people, it's kind of been slow, and there's not been anybody really promoting MC Hub in the same way as Finster would, which I think has taken things a little bit back, because I think it moved those people who like kind of been with that content creator for a while. So that's moved things along, and now you have so you have that kind of shifting over, and now it's almost like a transitional period of like how is MC Hub going to continue, if it's going to continue, because they had a lot of offerings, a lot of things were like kind of moving along, maybe too quickly. So the step back is not a terrible thing. They removed Pixelmon, they removed what else did they remove? They removed Survival, which are just two modes that I guess weren't happening as much as possible. I think for Pixelmon, they just didn't develop it well enough. And Survival, I think it's just other places just do that one so much better. So it was a little bit a moot point of a server option. So now they're back on the primary stuff that they're predominantly good with. Prison is definitely their better out of the two, while Skyblock is good, but is at a state right now where it's still very similar and needs a lot of what I like to call auditing of its whole game mode and being able to evolve it. And so that's what's still missing right now, which is a little bit unfortunate, because like Skyblock is one of the things I started on, especially with the channel, even though it was supposed to be siblings then, it was supposed to be a lot of stuff with Mort. I ended up finding myself trying to do a lot of stuff and help guides and kind of support and help those that had the same similar questions as I did, trying to figure things out. Which is funny, because then I've gone to another server where almost a lot of the initial questions get answered very quickly, and that's OP Legends, and they have a phenomenal tutorial mode, which kind of helps people and even gives them a starting gear. So I'm very impressed with that on their part, which is something like MC Hub could probably learn. I know they've apparently fixed or updated a lot of the help me stuff, but like that was outdated. But then that's not only outdated. The store, there's little bits and bobs everywhere. The store numbers, amounts are outdated. Quests are the same since forever, and like once you reach a certain point, you complete 3 of them in one shot because you've like grinded a bunch of stuff well before reaching that point. The enchantments is a new addition, is a good addition for Skyblock, but there still needs to be a bit of like a rotation or something like that doesn't feel like it's the same old as before. And unfortunately, although gated a little bit with the enchanted tools, Skyblock is the same as last season. Is it fun? Yes. But if you've played it already and you've just been told, hey, reset everything, but now it's a little bit harder, okay. But if I'm doing the exact same thing, what's the point? So unfortunately, for Skyblock, we're not going to do any more content with it on MC Hub, because it's not that it's not fun, but very much like the previous season, it's the same thing. If you're brand new, if you're absolutely brand new, then no, give MC Hub a try. It's fun. And then like while you're trying to like discover and learn things, it'll take you probably a couple of seasons to like really understand and master stuff, and then even gaining like progress ahead. But it's great because it'll give you a chance to like, if you're a free to play player, there's loads of ways of getting free coins, free ranks, from linking to their Discord to just voting to just a multitude of things, really. They actually introduced for both prisons and Skyblock, so basically MC Hub in general. Servers are great in the start, but they always fail to infinite. Yeah, Revolt, and hello Revolt, good morning. Yeah, I agree completely. And I think this is why, like, I'm very skeptical when wanting to spend my money on a server. Not that I don't like it and don't want to support it, and I mean, you could spend your money on worse things in the world as well, but if it's not fun and they're not, like, evolving things, what's the point, right? Yeah, and so far, I would say MC Hub's a little slow on the return when it comes to kind of getting the community, like, getting the community idea going and understanding where things are needing to move forward. But I think my predominant thing is for Skyblock. I think prisons, they've sort of gotten, like, they have their staple, what MC Hub's prison is, and I don't hate it. But I think they really need to, like, redevelop certain things. Like, the prison city. What does that have to do with any theme of Atlantic? Why do I have access to a city and prisons? Like, you could absolutely theme it to at least Atlantic. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, prison. Like, you don't actually have to... Like, prison could just be a mode. Just like King of the Hill is for, like, shooters, stuff like that. Gaming hobby is costly. I've done my share. Yeah, I own a lot of board games. I miss playing board games with people. Oh, yeah, anyway. That sort of made me sad immediately. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna be opening another one soon of those. So, yeah. I think there's a lot of development that needs to be looked into when it comes to servers, but it also, you kind of can't stay idle, but you could find ways to innovate without having to redo too much. And I thought MC Hub was really going in that direction, but it ended up kind of falling short. They had, like, unique recipes you could use for your collection boxes for Skyblock. They just kept reusing the same ones, and then it failed. Like, they just stopped using it. And I'm like, why? I did suggest, like, why don't you do, like, unique robots? And I think, or do, like, upgrades that changes them for what they could do. I was sort of thinking about, like, how to, like, optimize the lumberjack robot at the time. But no, they removed that, but not any of the corresponding tools that they had regarding it. So you had that going on. Then you also have, sort of, they've stuck with the same charm system, and they're kind of trying to define that as sort of another way for people to purchase and get little, like, micro purchases done. And I get it, and for a server, like, you kind of still need the funds to support the server, so I get it. But if it doesn't make sense, or if it's not balanced, then, so, I don't know. One server I still am very happy to see the involvement and how they're interacting with their community, and that's OP Legends. I find that the people there, the execs there, which I've had a chance to speak with them in a few times, they've definitely developed themselves there to try to do what the community wants. So I'm really impressed with that. With that said, I think they do a lot of missteps, and they while I've been able to help them kind of audit at least the get an eye full of what's going on with OP Legends, Skyblock, which I do like the things that they've done there. There's a lot of missteps that they do where they'll tend to overcompensate something, by only focusing on one thing and like increasing it or overdoing it, and in turn it just breaks things even more or unbalances things even more. So I'm happy that they listen and they're looking to try to support the community. That's phenomenal. That's all you can ask for, but they have to also do it in a smart way. And I think it's coming a bit from inexperience. And not from a bad place. Like, you could be inexperienced but mean well. And it might just suck that that it's causing more trouble than you're intending. But sometimes it's just like it needs to go into that direction. And one of the things I think they've kind of failed is so they did a reset of their prisons, but they removed elements that were like phenomenal and actually well designed, in my opinion, which made it was a unique premise to prisons, where you were not only doing the prison mine, but you were also like, you could switch to farming, and then you could switch to fishing. And all of them had a unique element to it. They all had their own little enchantments going on with them. They all had their progress. And then whichever of the three you had the lowest is the one that counted the most for your ranking points. Which I thought was a very smart way of getting people to not just stay on mining, for example. It's like, oh, I'm only going to mine and only going to get the points from mining. But it also set itself up to an element where people could not only, if they wanted to focus on just farming, or if they just wanted to focus on the just fishing part, they could. And so they could be, maybe they're not top all three overall, but they're maybe top fishing type of thing. So there was a lot of elements that opened up to a lot of possibilities that they then sort of removed. And I know why they removed it, and it was because the community wanted it back to like a previous version, which is cool. But I went to check it out, and I mean, I got bored really quickly. Not that I didn't have fun, but I played it for like a week. But after like 2 or 3 days, I was already like, okay, well, what else is there to do? And if there isn't anything else to do, then what's the point? Like, I will say, let's go back to MC Hub as an example. Well, MC Hub, I mean, I could go to other people's mines. Cool. You can do that in the other one as well. But I can also go to PvE, I can also go to dungeons, I can also go to the Ascension Mine, I can also go... And it feels like a lot of those elements got removed from OP Legends. So, if you're wondering why the blocks changed, Spartle just upgraded his mine. He's slowly making his way to 2,000 while I'm still trying to make my way to 1,000. Once I can get to 1,000, then I have access to Ascension, so that'll be great. Then, like, kind of like the way things are managed for gangs as well is not the same. So, yeah, it's a little bit here and there with that. So yeah, a lot. And like, so OPL, I love the community. I love the direction that they're going with. I think they will be a server that will succeed if they can work out more consistency and more balance. Because that's one thing that's an issue as well too, is they have great cosmetic items. I think that's really nice to have, and people do enjoy a lot of the cosmetic stuff. Yes, Moab blew up. That's phenomenal. That's gonna give me a lot of additional funds right now. so you have so they have a lot of fun cosmetic stuff. I like the color differences they have as well. I love the way that so you could buy a permanent rank, but while you're like, if you're just playing a new season, they offer the ranks get acquired fairly easily for the season. So I'm actually quite impressed with that as well. And so that even a free-to-play player can just have it. And then, like, every time someone is spending money, if someone GG's in the chat, it's not much, but they get, like, 1 free coin type of thing. So they've got, like, a lot of positive mechanics that I'm very impressed. But I think it's one thing a lot of these servers, and this is not just OPL, this is MCHub as well. This is Enchanted, which I'll talk about soon. They do not spend enough time figuring out the game mechanics of their server. I think they have an initial one. I think they do. They do. Sorry. And it's not just the mechanic, but like the overall product. If that makes any sense. Like, they are trying to develop essentially a game. Okay, the whole game needs to be fun. You can't just go, man, look at this really cool enchantment thing I just put in. Neat. What else can it do? And it's like, eh. But look at the enchantment thing. Okay, well, you're not going to play a game because of one mechanic, right? Yeah, it could be the best enchantment system in the world. But if the story's terrible, if the progress is terrible, if the quests are terrible, if everything else towards it is not functional, then what's probably going to happen is someone's going to copy that system and then probably make a better version of it if you don't do it first. And that's why there's so many of these servers, right? Because, like, they all are implementing their own little, like, spin on things, but how are they spinning it as well? So, lots of potential, but lots of lost potential as well. And I've seen this in the past as well with regular video games and video game companies where they're so adamant on the one mechanic that they have that they don't question the rest of the other things that they're trying to use to support it. Funny enough, I would say that's where games like Fortnite is interesting, because initially Fortnite was not a battle royale game, but it's now become synonymous with the battle royale because they basically improved the genre, added a spin of their own, and then evolved it to being something more than that. And the fact that they have a different season all the time, the fact that they have only one map, but they change it on a regular basis. Like, if anyone makes a Minecraft server, they should really take a page out of Fortnite. Because if you look at Fortnite and servers, especially servers that do resets, you really want to look at how Fortnite does it. And to let you guys on a secret, they plan months in advance, years even, on content. So if they are planning well ahead, and it's not that they're fully developed, but they know, they have an idea of like where they're going with things. They know why one plot is going to another. They know why. But here's the thing that's amazing is it's just for fun, but they have a story. They have a story. They have a thing going on with it. They're moving forward easily. And that brings in a bit of a reasoning as to why they're doing all these special events. From the cube to the time warp things, to like a lot of the interaction stuff that they do. It is fun because there's more to it than just, hey, we've made this mode. I hope I'm pronouncing this, but Meti, thank you for watching. I hope I'm not boring you with my rants. But if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. But yeah, so yeah, if you are if you're looking to make a server, a Minecraft server, whether it's prison, skyblock, whatever, I would take a look at how things have evolved and progressed with Fortnite. I think that's the best example, especially if, unless you're like Hypixel and you're never going to reset anything ever again. I think at the very least, if you are trying to do something like MC Hub, OP Legends, Enchanted MC, stuff like that, maybe not so much Enchanted MC, and I'll explain a little bit what I mean right after this. But yeah, Fortnite does a great job of really developing and fleshing out what it is that they want, and there's a reason why, like, they're making loads of money on just Fortnite alone. If you know Epic Games, the game studio, they're the ones that made the Unreal Engine. And a lot of people use the Unreal Engine. Needless to say, that's keeping the lights up at their offices. The Unreal Engine is what is making sure that everyone's paid, and so they can move forward on developing things. Fortnite is making them money hand over fist. And it's what allows them to go the next step above and really move things forward to the next level. And they're willing to spend that money and spend that time for that. Now, do you need money and time for that? No, it does make it easier, but no. You can still follow a lot of the processes that they provide in just improving things for a server, and it's just a matter of like auditing your stuff, charting a way, finding ways to innovate things, how to change things up a bit, and like don't be afraid to like talk to the community, but don't only use their like demands as a thing, because a lot of people are going to be like players that have played for a while and they just want an advantage. Okay, but like, so take that as a grain of salt as to like what advantage they're trying to get, and maybe turn it into an event if it's possible, or turn it into a mid-season thing, or have a crossover. Especially if you're a server that has both Skyblock and prisons, do something that incorporates the two, and then see if that like makes it so that there's a bit of a interaction between the two. Like, oh, if you just play prisons, that's fine. If you only play Skyblock, that's fine. But what if you play both on the server? What bonuses do you get from that? And it'll really you'll start building out maybe a different element to it as well. So there's a lot of things that could be thought up. And I mean, I could be here for days just giving ideas, but yeah, I think that do an audit of what you have, see what's outdated, see what can be improved, see what fits the... Hey, good morning, Anne. Actually, it's probably like afternoon for you. Let me know if you want to join the VC. Anne's a collaborator, that's why. So if she's interested in joining the voice chat, I'll let her. Yeah. So anyway, that's that, and then you have Enchanted MC. Okay, so almost noon. All right, for you. Me, it is 5:30 in the morning, and I started this 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Enchanted MC is fun. They've got a lot of elements that are really neat, but they have a lot of things still broken and still remnant of the previous server that was what was called Minecore. Swerve started it out. I like Swerve. He's okay. Very polite, very nice. But I think it's another one of where the game mechanics are fun, but I think they're not balanced. All right, I will be adding. Good morning. Let me know if your mic works, and if you can hear me. Or if you're getting a mic. It helps if I get into the voice area thing, too. Boy, I'm silly. Let me know if you can hear me, Ann. But yeah. So Swerve had that going on for a while. That's worked itself out. Now up to Enchanted MC's been at it for a bit. There's been a handful of resets and stuff like that. But similar to OPL, I think there's a lot of balance issues. And unfortunately, one of the things I don't like about Enchanted MC is they do payouts. If you need a reason, money-wise, to get people to play, is that really fun? Like, I feel like that's a bit more worrisome than anything else. So, I don't know. That's I guess I'm very much like I'm more interested in wanting to make sure that people have a fun gaming experience. So like my view on things is very much in that direction. As opposed to like, oh, can you make money off this? Well, I'm like, was I supposed to? Like, do people buy other video games like The Sims hoping that they'll make money? Like, it seems weird. Sure, there are like competitions and like prizes in that regards. Like you've got CS:GO competitions, you've got Fortnite competitions, but those are more as like an event. That's like organized and stuff like that, not like a weekly, like, oh, we're gonna give you this type of thing. So I don't know, like I don't consider the two the same. Oh no, your mic's broken. Well, at least you get live audio from me, so you could stay in there to listen. But that sucks. No, I hope you get that sorted out though, because then you won't be able to talk to people, and that's gonna suck. But you've got the chat end, so don't hesitate to chat, send messages from there. So yeah, so Enchanted MC, that's where... Oh!
It's working!
There you go. Good morning.
I fixed it.
Yay! I plugged it in. Woo!
No, it's on my new phone, so I have to figure out why it didn't pick up my voice.
You're doing it off your phone, that's why. Okay.
Uh-huh. Because this... Can I say the B word? Can I say the B word?
Why? Why do you have to swear? You don't have to swear.
Because this bitch got COVID.
Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah.
And I forgot my laptop charger at my internship.
Oh, boo.
And my new one only arrives in like maybe 4 to 8 hours.
Oh no. Not 4 to 8 hours. I thought you were going to say days.
4 to 8. 4 to 8 hours.
I thought you were going to say 4 to 8 days.
No, one of it is morning. Now I have to use a tablet for my Netflix.
Oh, boo.
Which I was gonna do until I saw you live.
Yeah, I decided to just, like, do an early morning live. I haven't done one in a while. I figured, give me something to do. I've been sleeping, like, dumb periods of time. Because, like, I'll do editing, I'll do, like, research, I'm looking for stuff, to add to the, to, like, what content we can do and stuff like that. And I end up, like, oh, well, I'm tired now, so, like, especially, like, after a stream, I'll generally be, like, just, like, I'm energied out. So, like, I'll take a nap, but then, like, usually it's around, like, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, my time. And so then I wake up at, like, midnight, and then I'm like, oh, no. I'm up for a little bit.
That's what I had when I went home sick from my internship. I had a nap in the evening, and I was like, well, fuck. Sorry, well, fudge. I'm sick. You can't blame me on my filter being broken.
Speaking of which, though, are you feeling, like, okay, or it's just a little bit, like, annoying? Can you taste anything?
I can taste things, yeah.
Okay, so you're at least on the mild symptoms.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's just my nose is fudged up, and my throat hurts, and headaches.
That's, It sucks that COVID is just going to be around forever now. And then we're just dealing it.
It's worse than a fever.
I just hope that, like, it's not. I'd have to look into it. I haven't looked into it since a while back. But, like, I know, like, before COVID was straight up killing people left and right. But I guess with enough people with the immune, having at least been immunized with the vaccine, or
yeah, I've had the vaccine.
Yeah, or some people who haven't had the vaccine maybe caught it and it's been a little harder on the system, but, like, maybe they've recovered. Hopefully, like, that's improved enough to the point where, like, they're not as bad. I know it's.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
I probably got it from my mom because she's got COVID too.
Most likely.
And she was like, oh no, I'm not going to test this, that's blah blah. And I was like, woke up the next day and I was like, you know what, I should friggin' test, because the day before, when I went home in the VC, I said, I'm calling it now, it might be friggin' COVID. Well, it is, and my mom got COVID too, and she only tested because I tested positive.
I'm lucky enough to have not caught COVID once, but I've also been.
How is being a dragon meaning immune to being COVID?
I guess so. And it's not. It's not like I'm the healthiest person either. Like, I'm not in great shape. Well, yeah, I'm not in great shape. But, like, I have a thyroid problem. I have I'm on Coumadin, which helps me thin my blood. Do those things do anything with COVID? Nope. And the only other thing that I've done is just, like, I'll occasionally do, like, keto diets just to kind of, like, help my system and body, like, have more energy, feel less sluggish, stuff like that. And also I'm okay with eating meat and, like, vegetables only. So that's not a big problem for me in general. So then you have, but, like, I've also, I will admit that since the lockdown and since COVID, the COVID pandemic going through, it definitely, like, I've become a lot more of a recluse. I'll only go out if I'm with people that I'm very good friends with, or like, really close family members. But besides that, nope. I've actually, I haven't stepped into a grocery store, in, I would say, 6 months. I've gone to places.
How?
I just order it. I'm done.
Yeah, okay, so do we.
I order it. I will say, like, others, like my sister or my mother, they still go to, like, Costco or Sam's Club or whatever, like, equivalent it is. I like the bulk store place.
Up
But
behind.
but I especially those places I don't want to go. I went there during the pandemic, and everyone were like, aside from the fact that you've got the type of people that just don't wear their masks or whatever, you had just people that were just absolutely, they gave no shits about other people, and it just ended up being a pain in the butt. So yeah, I just ordered it. Does it cost more? Yes. Does it suck? Yes. But then I don't have to deal with the lines.
People.
I don't have to deal with the people. Is there some other, like, what other bad things about it? Yeah, sometimes they don't find the foods that you want or the specific things that you need. Sometimes you get kind of like the broken box or the shittier versions of what you wanted. But at the end of the day, like, it's I don't know if it's good.
It saves you pain from people.
I don't know if it's good, but it definitely gets me avoiding the problems of all that jazz. But I do go, like, I think the only place I've gone to would be, like, the pharmacy, just because I have to go get medication every so often. And there, at least, it's not, like, overwhelmed all the time. So, like, I'm good with there. Plus, it seems like it's the only place that seems to refill properly their, like, dispensers for like, sanitization and stuff like that. So it's just like, oh, thanks.
We still have those, I think.
Yeah, they're supposed to still be, like, the norm, but it feels like it's being left as, like, a neglect, like everything else again. When people are just going back to feeling everything is a norm. So I'm a little like, why?
We removed the screens like 2 weeks ago, and half of us were like, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, especially if you don't have everybody that, like, I still wear masks, by the way. Is it even places that are like, oh, you don't need to have them anymore? That's fine. I still want to wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask because I feel like a ninja.
I haven't, but maybe I should start wearing them again in public transport with the amount of travel time I have nowadays.
And while I know it's not going to ultimately protect, like, masks don't protect you as much as it protects from other people, but even if it gives 5% protection to me, that's 5% more than I was going to get anyway. So
exactly.
And while I generally have been good and not had COVID or whatever, I also don't test myself every minute of the day. So who knows if maybe I'll randomly catch it, not know it, and it went through my system without me knowing.
Yeah, the first time I got it, it was just literally a bit in my throat that my voice was messed up.
Yeah.
Second time was headache. I don't know if this is the third or the second time anymore. My brain went down.
I can't remember, but I think Mort did catch COVID. I might be wrong there, but I know for sure my mother did, and then her partner at the time did as well.
Oh, well, you know about the case I've had with my family in COVID.
Yeah.
My grandpa.
Yeah. Yes.
He still can't handle birthdays to many people. But he goes for us.
Yeah.
But even so myself, I've just been, since COVID happened, I lost my best friend during COVID, I think it was. Somewhat or before. And since then, I've just been a lonely person. Like, last week, I met up with 2 people. And that is something special for me if they're friends. Because we all know I don't go out anymore. And all my friends in the Discord were just like, good for you, chick! And I was like, I'm bringing my laptop because we're gaming, and they were like, of course you are.
Yeah, still fun. I mean,
It
I'm the same
was.
person as well. And then like, if they have a TV with an HDMI thing, I'll be like, who wants to play Jackbox? So like,
Well, no, but we
I'm just as bad as with those things as well.
we basically went to play Destiny 2 or Brawlhalla, but my data ran out. The app crashed, so I couldn't up my data. And it was pretty shitty. So down we went, and like, you know what? I
Oh,
can't see how much data I've used.
Oh,
Let's just go watch the series.
Oh, you played it off. You didn't. Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
No, he doesn't have a stable internet base.
Yeah, but off a phone as well. It doesn't last long, and it like.
Yeah, I have unlimited, but I couldn't up it.
Yeah.
You know. But you could probably hear I've got COVID through my voice.
You're not bad, actually. I had a few.
Oh,
compared to a lot of people that I've spoken with that have had COVID, and my family members who have had COVID. Like, there's some where like they basically sound like they're underwater with the amount of mucus that was just being produced. It was kind of gross. And by kinda I mean, they'll be like, it's like, how are you doing this morning? I'm like, oh god, please stop. Just good. Here's soup. Bye.
Yeah, well, I've had some tea earlier, so.
It was oh man, when everyone else upstairs, because I have all the space in the basement. Yeah, I'm a little like gremlin dweller. But basically, I would like no one was allowed downstairs. I was just like, I'm staying down here. You guys keep getting COVID up there. And anytime I was upstairs, I had like. I think I had my I had gloves, I had the mask, I'd go up, I'd like make sure that like anything I needed, I washed like all of the like all of the places that I was touching, like I was like I cleaned before and after, and then like the only time I would like end up removing my mask or anything would only be like back into like my bedroom area where my office is as well, and be like, that's it, that's the only it's the only thing I'm doing.
Oh, you had full contamination mode there.
My space was the only thing that I was like I was comfortable with during that time. I didn't even I wasn't even comfortable with the kitchen because like everyone needed to be there, so it's like nope. And I wasn't gonna go to the living room anymore because, well, it just takes one person to be there and go. Ugh. So I was like, nope, no, thank you.
Yeah, we have given up on that already.
No, like at least like,
we're just survival for fittest at the moment because my mom is literally in the living room all day.
Yeah, like now it's not so bad, but like I'm rarely in the living room anyway. The only time recently, last year, or early this year, the only thing that I ended up doing was I was watching all of Suits. Because like I had discovered it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through all of this now.
And you didn't watch it from your PC?
I, for some reason, didn't want to.
Smaller screen.
I think it was really, I'm just having moments where like I want to be away from my computer.
Yeah, fair.
Not like I'm used to my computer being like my full entertainment / connection / work / but just having the like
everything.
But just having like that distance a little bit helped. So
that's why I'm lucky with my Saturday job. Because then I'm away from my laptop and everything. But the issue then is like he did it. I want my own keyboard. It works better.
Yeah. I do. I just don't have the energy right now, but I really do want to spend a bit of time disassembling kind of my room, just reassembling it in a different orientation and like setup.
Yeah. Not possible for me.
I'm in sort of that mode, but I just don't have the oops-bah.
Can I Can you fly over and help me fix my room?
If I don't have the energy to do my room, why would I have the energy to go do your
My
room?
room is smaller.
You don't know how big my room is.
Wing. My room is literally 3 by freaking 2.5 meters.
Eh.
I'm basically living in double the space that Harry had in the room under the stairs. If it is even double.
Oh, unless you've got vertical space, there's not much that can be done.
Yeah, no, but my
'Cause your
floor is the best. That's why I want you to fly over.
Because your doorway itself would be one of the obstacles in general. Unless you're
Yes, exactly.
unless you can somehow spend money on making it into a sliding door. But then that's like
Nope.
a least secure
Nope,
thing.
because that would interfere with one of my plugs and my desk.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you're probably not looking to be in the best situation.
But that's why I'm moving out somewhere around the summertime, end of summertime.
Yeah, make sure to get a spot that has enough space for you.
I will.
But yeah, I do want to like.
Why don't we turn this? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I do want to like revamp kind of my space for usage. Just kind of open up my room a little bit more. Because I have it set up in a weird way, so like it's kind of like I've sectioned off like where my bed and where my where I sleep, where that section is, and I've kind of walled up the other side to be more like an office. So like you could say that like 2/3 of the space is office, 1/3 of the space is just the bed and a stand. But I've kind of walled it up, and part of that is I want to try to maybe sort out is unwall it and just open it up again, and then potentially like redesign it so that it's a little bit better for just space wise.
Did you really put a wall in or a movable wall?
So what I did is sort of partitioned it with IKEA shelves. There's just this basic wood ones that I like a lot, just because they're very modular, and I just used it to I made one wall and then I made an L. So I've got like two shelves lengths worth, one way and then two another way. So it's got kind of like a box feel. But then like the walls to my back, and then the computer screen, or me looking towards it, is towards that. But then I've got I've made a little a very tiny hallway to go around it. So you have to do a whole vortex walk just to get to my desk level of stuff.
Yeah, okay. We need to make that more efficient for you.
So it makes cleaning stuff and organizing stuff a little bit more difficult. So yeah, one of the things I want to do once I have a little bit more energy, a little bit more time.
You should have morning stream if you want time then.
Huh?
You shouldn't stream in the morning if you want to use the time then.
There's a lot of things I want to do, and I just part of it is what things do I what things do I prioritize right now? And right now I'm still in a functional state. So why did you give me another wand? Thanks, Epic Shiny Treasure. I totally wanted another wand. Because I'm... how much are wands? What's the cheapest right now? 5,000?
I don't know.
Screw it. Just make sure that I'm not... Auction house, sell, 500, one. There you go. Who wants a free wand, essentially? How's my pet? Pet's doing fine.
This is making me want to go behind my laptop, but it's out of a very good battery.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I want to play my Sims, but I can't.
Let's talk about The Sims, actually.
No! Don't torture me!
Aren't they coming out with a new one soon?
I don't know. This is
Oh,
the
not
first
soon.
Sims
Sorry,
game I've
not
had,
soon. But
think.
they are in the development of the new Sims. I don't hate Sims. I bought it. I don't plan on ever getting the DLCs though, because like.
Oh, I might have kind of
It's fine.
illegally got them.
I mean, you shouldn't do anything illegal, but let's just talk about the fact that like I don't see the point in it, because like I like the character creation of it, and I like the community behind it, where you can get different clothing pieces, you can develop different things, you can really think outside the box with mods on getting like different skin tones, different eyeballs, different hairstyles, different. So like that part's really cool, and I like that you can like really develop characters out of it, and that's super cool. And then like if you ever like want to have like a sort of I want to figure out what kind of house design I would want if I could have the perfect home type of thing. Cool, you've got that, and it works really well. But after like, for at least for me, aside from like the occasional like I just want to build a character, I haven't touched The Sims in a while. And that's after having downloaded, I think, the equivalent of 30 gigabytes of mods slash clothing slash different character additions and stuff like that. I just don't do anything much else with it.
Sims is a big game in that sense.
Part of the reason I did get it was because of the relationship I had, because they were very big on it, and I had fun kind of like we were having fun just figuring out different characters to create. But when the relationship stopped, it was their Sims. So I was just like, oh, Sims is cheap right now, I'm gonna buy it. I bought it, and I just got like all the mod stuff that I knew that I liked. And just like still had it, still played with it for a little bit, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. So yeah. There's not much. I don't hate the like game mode of it, but like if I'm gonna spend time on a pretend person on achieving the things that they need to achieve with their life, I might as well just work on the stuff that I need to do. Like, I think I should play Sims Wingless.
Play Sims with yourself, IRL.
Which I sort of am, right? So, yeah.
Life is a simulation.
I don't know, like, aside from like showcasing stuff on Sims, like I just don't get it. Like, there's not much real things to go into with that. So, fun.
Can I?
Fun game.
It's kind of like, in my opinions, from what I've done, it's like kind of creating a book, but in a visual way. Like, it's watching a movie, but you get to direct it with those little characters.
The only no, that part I get, but I just don't find it entertaining outside of just being like, cool, I'm playing a storybook thing. There's one YouTuber, what's his name? Amphibian Turtle or something like that. Which he just challenges with Sims, which I think is funny. Spiffing Brit did a few where it's just like, how do I make money without ever leaving this 1x1? So like stuff like that, like when you gamify it even more than like, okay, I get it, you can make content off that, or you can like progress with it. But like outside of that, I'm just like, meh. I'd rather I see more potential in like me doing pressure wash simulator type of stuff. Which okay, seriously, if someone else has the game and has a mic and wants to join me on like a 2-player like like go through the whole storyline of Pressure Wash Simulator. There's a storyline, and it's awesome. But yeah, it'd be really awesome to do.
It up.
It's such a fun. Yes, Moab. It's a very fun. It's very fun what they've done with the game, and I've got some of the free mods as well, where you can clean Lara Croft's mansion. You can clean Midgar from Final Fantasy, as well as I think the bike, Cloud's bike as well. Like, so it's, God, they did such a good job with being such a relaxing third-person water shooter type of thing. It's so fun, and silly. I was saying earlier, I might do a week on different games, as like a content thing. Not to be like huge long live sessions, but have them be like different games I'll play for a little bit, for like 4 hours or so, and do it for a whole week. So, you still there?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm just looking up things.
So I might look into doing that.
And let's investigate.
And so that should be fun. And then, but I think I'll curate the list of games that I'm gonna play beforehand, and then and then I could do like what I think I might do is do something like this maybe once a month, so that there is different games and different checking things out every so often.
I've got my hand up. Can I?
Can you what?
Suggest Destiny 2.
It'll depend if I can get it on sale. I don't own Destiny 2. And it is...
Destiny 2 is free.
Destiny 2 is what?
It's free.
Is it?
Yeah, the DLC cost money, but you can play it without too.
Oh. Sure, why not? I've actually thought about other games that I've played and or worked on that I wanna visit. For those that aren't aware, I used to I used to work in the video game company, video game industry before, and so there's certain games that have my name in the credits.
Little footstep traces of you.
Yeah. So, but there are some. That's why I'm very familiar with game mechanics and like game ideas and stuff like that, and why I think like companies and servers need to like audit themselves on like certain things, especially long-term projects. But yeah, there's a lot of games I want to try. One I want to revisit is Smite. I think Caddy brought it up, and ever since she did, I was like, oh, I do miss playing Smite. I know Thorad would be in on that for a bit.
Yeah, you gotta make sure I'm available when you try Destiny, okay?
Sure. I don't expect it to be anytime soon, but I do. I think it'd be fun, and the reason why I want to like jump between different games is not so much that I don't like Minecraft, and I want to step away from Minecraft content, but I do want to do other things as well, and I do think that after a while, there's only so much I can bring up, and I think taking a step away from things for a little bit might reinvigorate what could be looked into, and I think there's like lots of things that I want to try out and showcase. I've been wanting to do a stream of Brotato for a while. Vampire Survivors is another one where which has apparently come back because of the DLCs that they've done, and I've been really re-enjoying that one. I bought it really early on as well, and yeah, that's a very fun game to play with. What else? Yeah, there's loads of other ones. Obviously, there's new ones that if they're interesting, I want to try out. There's one where it's sort of like a reverse city builder, but you have to like rebuild the environment. There's that one I want to probably get. That's been fun. I've already seen a lot of other streamers play it. So I probably like already like lost my chance on doing any like proper content on it. But it looks fun. And then there's also for sure I'm not going to be skipping this one. There is Minecraft Legends next week. More or less expect us to play it next Tuesday. I think that's when it's released. So we will be like getting well ahead on that. While I'm on the subject, should I upgrade or should I rank up? I feel like I should rank up.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
It'll depend. If I can put... Oh, shoot. I can put another 1,000 on explosives. That might be really good, though. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Well, that's mainly because of the Moab that triggered. Okay, I'll upgrade the thing later. Beep, beep, beep.
I just want to sit behind my laptop and game.
I know. So yeah,
like I haven't gamed yesterday. I haven't gamed the day before because when I got home sick from my internship, I just left my laptop in my bag. Like I couldn't be bothered.
Well,
at
least you'll have a backup. You'll just have a backup.
Yeah.
Power thing, so
yeah,
that you can leave one at home and then
I
leave
won't
one.
really have a backup because I'll leave the one I had left at my internship there as long as I intern there.
Yes.
Because that means I don't have to travel with my charger.
Exactly. So,
and I do have a backup, but I'm missing it's one like for multiple laptops, and the watts it can transfer is too low for
so
the
it's
one
not a backup.
my needs.
You can't call it.
Yeah, so I have a
you can't have.
I have a backup, but that is a backup that lags me out. Because it's less than 100 watts,
wait,
and the one I need that came with my laptop is 150. Yeah, you can.
If your laptop is not being used, does it at least charge slowly?
Yeah, but my laptop needs a constant charger.
Sure. But at least you could put it on there while you're not using it to charge it.
No, because it needs a pin, because it's for multi-laptops. But I lost the pin that's for my laptop. Okay, then it's not a backup.
Laptop. Don't call it a backup if it can't do what it needs
to
back.
It was a backup!
Okay, but it's not, so it's no longer a backup. So, going back to the original statement, you will at least have a backup. Not it used to be a backup, but it doesn't back up anymore because it backups.
I'll have a working backup. Again.
Yes. As opposed to a non-functional, not backup. But you get what I mean, right? Like, if you can't call it...
Yeah, I know.
It's like, you can't call it a spare tire if it's a square. That can't move your car if you use it. Like, then it's not a spare. It's not... It doesn't do
it's a spare that dies.
It doesn't do the thing it needs to do, silly.
Yeah, it's a spare, but it's not functional.
So then it's not a spare! Is it still food if you've gone it if it's already been processed through your system? No.
So then
it's not backup food.
It's backup food for something else.
No, no, it's not.
Yes,
It is not backup food. It is not spare. It is not. It's
backup food for
It is
fucking-
non-functional.
For the thing that live in sewers.
It has no longer been capable of. It no longer can serve its purpose. No bueno.
But I want a bueno.
No mucho bueno.
Darn you! I'm hungry now.
You're hungry now? Okay, well. I mean, it is lunchtime for you. Have some.
Yeah. Did I have
some
breakfast?
soup.
No. I can literally barely eat wing. That's how shit I feel, and we know I eat all the time.
Can you drink liquids?
Yes,
Then have
I
soup.
do. But I'll have to wait for my grandma.
By the way, anyone and everyone in the world, get yourself a immersion blender. They are generally not that expensive. I think I spent like $60 on mine. It's a wireless one.
Like, yeah.
And it basically is the best thing I've owned for making easy soups or like simple stock things for like meals.
Wait, is it? Yeah, the thing is, we have one nowadays.
Yeah.
But like, I make slushies in it too.
Oh yeah, totally.
I make slushies in it, and everything. It's. I love it, and I'm just like, I need one when I move out.
Oh, totally. That thing, I love it so much, especially with my keto diet. When I do keto, the easiest soup that you can make is broccoli cauliflower soup. And all you do is you just boil. You get chicken or beef broth or even vegetable broth. If you're not wanting any of the animal byproducts, you put that and you boil your broccoli and your cauliflower in that, and then you just get an immersion blender and just blend it. Add salt, add pepper, add cheese. Boom. Very nice, simple soup. You know where I got that simple recipe?
The internet.
The internet. The YouTuber, You Suck at Cooking. I love his channel. And when I saw...
Okay, wait. I need to link to that too.
It is an amazing channel. Like the guy makes a joke, like a joke of like how he makes these recipes, but his recipes are really good. And the one for the broccoli, like he did a broccoli one. Because we have metal, you can buy bags of like frozen like cauliflower and broccoli, so I just added both, and it's so good. And what's great, especially if you're on keto, like if you're focusing on keto, one thing that I find that has been a great substitute for like potatoes is just getting cauliflower. You boil it, so you either steam boil it and then you drain it, and then you add like a little bit of stock, and you immersion blend it, and you have something that is like a good equivalent to like mashed potatoes. Is it exactly the same? No, never will be. But you have a bit of garlic powder with it, with salt and pepper, and you could have that with like a steak, or have that with a like, again, keto if you're focused on those type of things, and it is so good, like so good.
I'm hungry now. You're making me hungry. You're making me hungry.
Not gonna lie, I'm making myself hungry too. I'm probably gonna want breakfast after this stream. I do have...
Well, yesterday I made my own McFlurry at home.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Do you know how...
No, but like, I literally bought crushed M&Ms. I literally have a bag of crushed M&Ms.
I was about to say, you bought crushed M&Ms? Is there a premium for someone to, like, destroy them for you?
No, this was just at a shop that's, like, El Cheapo.
I was about to say, I'm like, you know you could just buy the M&Ms and, like, literally beat them up yourself, right?
No, but, like, this was... I had more M&M that was pre-crushed, and it was cheaper than a bag and crushing them myself.
Okay, good. Alright, so long as it was cheaper.
Yeah. And I also nicked a salted caramel sauce from my mom, and I was like, okay, mix. Because I think they're using a salted caramel at McDonald's for the caramel sauce with the M&M.
Oh, most likely.
Yeah. And it's
Salted caramel.
But I made myself a
Salted caramel has become like the bigger thing in this and like the societal zeitgeist.
Yeah. No, but it was so good. Like, huh? I'm amazed.
But
I made myself too much, so I had to shove it back into a box, and I was like, go back to the freezer.
If anyone ever wants like easy to make ice cream, you literally need is like 2 Ziploc bags, whipping cream, sugar. I would say vanilla extract, but if you don't have that, if you like chocolate, then like cocoa powder or I was about to say cocoa syrup, but chocolate syrup or whatever, or any other kind of syrups that you have that you think would work well. You literally just like mix it in a little like, I would say the sandwich bag or a medium bag of the Ziploc, and just have it all mixed together with the sugar. I think it's best if you boil it all together, but like if you're super lazy, just mix it all together in the bag. Then get a bigger Ziploc bag, fill it up with ice, add salt into the ice because it makes it colder, and then you just put the bag in, wrap it in a towel, and leave it there for a while, and it'll freeze the cream enough to be able to basically use it as sort of ice cream. It's really simple, the things you could do.
I need that recipe too.
What's also disgusting is that's a similar recipe for like prisoners, in the U.S. I say U.S. specifically.
No, I don't need that one. I just need the good one.
No, but it's like, it's more or less the same thing. It's just like, you just have access to better ingredients, and that's it. But yeah, take a look at those things. I've seen people like make alterations of it. I know there's a version, there's one where like you can put ice in in this ball. It's like a soccer ball. You put ice in one, and then you put like the cream and the sugar concoction and whatever in the other one, and you like kick it around for like, I think it's like you kick it around for like 45 minutes, and it makes ice cream. Because
oh yeah, I've seen that one too.
That one's funny and also dumb. Because you just need someone to kick it the wrong way, and it opens up the thing and it makes a mess. Locking or not, I'm just like, no, thank you.
No, but that would be fun for a birthday party, though. Like a summer birthday party with a pool.
Make your own ice cream, Carl.
Okay. No, but like it seems like fun. Like you just go have multiple of these, make some ice cream, let the kids mix it. One splashes open. Oh well, we have a pool. Go wash off.
Go jump in the pool. No. Nice, level 12. Okay.
Hey, you can't say it's smart.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up! Leave me and my COVID alone.
I'm not. I mean, I wasn't bringing it up, so.
Yeah, but my voice is being a bitch because of COVID.
Yeah, but your voice wasn't the problem; it was your ideas. Anyway, I'm kidding. Yeah, I would say if you could check out that channel. Because while it's funny, it's a funny channel. I will say that some of the recipes there I use moving forward. Jokes included. Like it's a very just think of it as like a very home cooked version of like what you can do on a lot of things, and it's really, really fun. But yeah, that one just being able to do any of the stock stuff is amazing. Another YouTuber that also made me the reason why I got on a measure as well was Mike Yevans. I would say he's a very much um, a variety person, but he's another one where he'll do challenges where for a week he'll eat only a certain like company or a certain like food, like eat like HelloFresh type of thing, or if there's some companies that'll claim like this weird little fad diet thing, he'll do that for a week. So I'm actually impressed with a lot of the stuff that he's put himself through doing those things. Because some of the things he does, I'm just like, no way I would do like a week on McDonald's or a week on KFC. I can have KFC once like a month if I really wanted to, not to kill myself.
No, but you can switch it up. That's the good thing about it. You can switch it up. Many has different things.
The one series that I was very impressed with him doing was a week on like I think he was trying to show like people like what could be done with like very minimal amount of money. And so I think he said like people were, because one of the things a lot of commenters on his channel were saying is that, oh, we're spending all this money so you get all the good stuff or whatever. He's like, fine, I'll literally do a challenge where I'm gonna do the lowest amount that I think like an average home could make for 2 people. And I think he spent like, I think him and his wife actually did it together because they wanted to do the challenge. And he made ingenious, like, simple meals that were, like, still very hearty. And one of them was literally, like, one of his go-to, and he mentioned it himself with that. Just having an immersion blender and being able to make soup. Having, like, the vegetables, a lot of the vegetables purchased, frozen vegetables, and being able to just make a simple soup out of that with, like, salt, pepper, vegetables, maybe a little bit of stock if you had some. If not, well, you boiled it with water, and you just blended it, and you still had a sort of, like, a filling soup thing that worked really well. And I forget how much he had spent, but, like, he showed that, like, you could do really well with very little, but you also have to be smart about it. And he compared it with, like, other challenges where he's like, I only bought the cheapest things at, like, this, like, Safeco place. And it showed how much those cheap places are actually more expensive because of all the fillers that they put in, because of all the, like, the water that they add. It's insane the stuff that he does. I know him as on YouTube as more of a, like, he makes fun of a lot of infomercials, especially I think it's like Kathy's Dump Cakes or whatever. That's where I've seen his content. But holy crap,
No.
his week on series, and especially that one, I was immensely impressed. It actually showed me a lot of, like, holy crap, like, what can you do with very little? And sure enough, like, I've been able to save up money because I'll make, like, a very, I made it not too long ago, actually. I did cook ground beef, though, and mixed it. What I like to do is I'll cook ground beef, I'll mix it with bell peppers, and I will, if I want it more like a tomato sauce, I'll add, like, tomato sauce or diced tomatoes, stuff like that. But I'll just cook the meat and have, like, simple spices, salt, pepper, garlic powder, cooked with the bell peppers and the ground beef. And then what I did is I made my cream of broccoli, not cream, my cauliflower broccoli soup, and I would put some of the meat in and then put the soup on top. And it was great. And I liked it, but I didn't mix it. I had my friend over, who I was like, "Is this weird, or like, what do you think?" And they didn't know what to think of it, but they had something. They're like, "Oh man, that's, like, really good, and it's, like, filling." And I had that for, like, 3 days. I think it cost me, like, $20. And by 3 days, I mean, like, I had it for, like, 4 or 5 meals. and very big portions too, like not small portions.
I want to try it.
So it's it's just simple things like this that I've learned to enjoy, and I can have for a while. But I also have my problem is I might get to a point where I'll get too used to it, and my body will be like, all right, no more of this. And that happened to me with oatmeal. I'm good now again, but like at one point I was eating oatmeal every morning for the next like 6 months, and then one day my body was just like, okay, no more oatmeal, and I immediately was just like got sick from even touching it remotely in my mouth, and I'm like, oh, I can't eat this for a while
This
now.
ain't good.
Huh?
That ain't good.
Yeah, no, but it's just my body just being like, okay, have something else. um and like it's weird to be like I think it's a little bit hilarious for like picky eaters, but when your body itself is telling you, yeah, screw you, then I'm just like, excuse me, please don't make me not like my things. I like the things. Like, what if out of the blue you just all of a sudden were like, man, I've been eating pizza, I love pizza, pizza's easy to eat, why do I hate pizza all of a sudden? Like, why?
Yeah, that would be painful because I literally had a tiny piece of pizza for breakfast.
Uh, I want to try this. I haven't. Obviously, I would love to try it in like the more authentic location, but I have yet to have tried a Chicago style pizza. I know people like there's a lot of people that don't like it. They don't count it as a pizza or whatever. I really want to try it just because.
I don't know what it is. Tell the non-American in me.
Okay. I guess there's like different styles of pizzas, right? I would say you've got the Italian style pizza, which is very subtle toppings, very simple base, not overly processed or seasoned. Then you have I would say a New York pizza, a lot more like bigger pies. They can be thick or thin, depending on like which one you prefer. But a good New York slice is usually like on the thinner side. Lots of cheese, and the sauce is usually like their unique blend of like oregano, tomatoes. A lot of people are big on San Marzano tomatoes. Because of like the type of what it is, and they'll aim it to be a bit acidic but like have a bit of sweetness to it, but then you can hold it in your hand. It's like it's a slice, right? You've got a lot of in-between pizzas that are like that, like obviously the Domino's are like your in-betweeners, really the fillers, really the pizza pie is just a receptacle to transfer the food into your mouth with toppings. And then you've got the Chicago style pizza, which is it's similar to a pan pizza, so you're cooking the pizza in a pan, but what they do is they put the cheese in first. They might put the topping. They'll put the topping, the cheese, and then they'll put the sauce at the end on top.
Okay, so it's an upside down pizza.
It feels like it. Like if you don't know what it is, visually it seems like it's the bread is still where it is, but they like flipped if you took a Domino's pizza and like scraped off the like from the sauce part and flipped it over, it's sort of like that, but it's cooked in a pan. A lot of people don't consider it a pizza. They consider it a casserole. There's arguments, whatever. I want to try it because it looks cheesy and gooey and awesome. And that's the reason I want
to try it for now. So I might look up a recipe and make it one day.
I would say if you have a casserole dish, you can get a round pizza pan as well. But if you have a casserole dish as well, it's just like filling it up with bread, pizza dough or whatever, like up to the sides, and like making it into a kind of loaf. but the middle part being empty, and then just putting the toppings in. I think that'd be your closest equivalent. Make sure you oil the sides, butter, whatever.
We for Easter we were eating grilled and from a pizzerette, and like we had those plates that they use for pizzas, like those round plates with the holes in it. Yeah, the first pizza I made flipped, so I started making them in the pan. So I'm just like, hey, my alley.
I think proper pans are good. There's specific cookies that I'll make, and I will only I ended up buying these thin tart pan dome things. They're like muffin tins, but they're made for tarts, so like they're not as deep. But I use these to put I'll roll a ball of my ball of a cookie, and I'll put it in there, and it shapes it perfectly. And so you end up getting, like, if you bake them, you get a nice like a bit of a crumbly outside, but then you still get a bit of a gooey inside. So it's just like the perfect sort of combination. What I haven't tried and I've been wanting to as well is do the same thing, but with like a muffin recipe, so that it almost cooks like a muffin top. And I think that would be amazing. But yeah, I think that when there's like unique tools that you can use that helps separate and like just streamline and make consistencies to stuff, I love it. It's perfect.
Okay, I'm getting too hungry for this conversation.
Yeah. So anyway, I like cooking.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah. So content things that are definitely coming up. On the server. Wow. On the channel would be. I do want to aim to do. Ooh, explosive 20. Oh, that's what the epic thing gave me? Boo. I mean, it's better than nothing. Alright. I want to do a week on different, just gaming, streaming once a day every week, starting on, like, probably, I would say maybe a Sunday. But I mean, it'd be easy to just start on a Monday and then end on a Sunday. And then, like, have, like, a bigger, like, hoopla on a Sunday. So I could do that. But I'll pick the games ahead of time so people know like what kind of things I'm going to be streaming, what I'm going to do, and then stick to that kind of breakdown. I know there's certain games I want to try out with more that we haven't gotten around to doing. Plus, I think I need to buy it. RimWorld is one of them, and holy crap, it is not a cheap game to buy for what it is. So I'm gonna wait until like there's an extreme sell for that, and then I can at least do that, because RimWorld seems fun and very chaotic. There's loads of other games too. Like I said, I want to revisit some of the games that I haven't done. One of the games, and I could play just the version that I have, but they do have a remastered version. I want to replay Final Fantasy VIII. It is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. The only one that's the next one that I love the most afterwards is Final Fantasy VI. But Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favorites. I love the card game. I think the storyline is goofy as heck. I love the messing of the time, just time being messed with. The best easy. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
And yeah, so that's one I would like to probably do. I want to get back into Slime Rancher, especially Slime Rancher 2. I since I bought it and I streamed it once, I didn't do much else with it since. So I do want to kind of revisit that. If there's not already a mod for 2 players, it'd be fun to have like a 2-player experience with that, like us getting all the slimes and stuff that we need. But that'll be, I know at least Slime Rancher 1 has it, so if it means just replaying the first one instead with a friend, that might be a thing to do. What else? I really wanted to play Diablo 2 Remastered. but unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have a bit of a like I'm not gonna be touching Blizzard Entertainment or Activision stuff just because of a lot of the stuff that they've been doing. I'm so tired, but I just woke up. Well, I mean, you do tend to like remain tired if you just woke up, so you'll get up. Don't worry.
I can't say anything. I'm back in my bed under the covers.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna pass out afterwards. That or order breakfast, then pass out. I just wanted to do an early stream because I know there's some people that are don't get to be involved with the stream later on. So that's a thing I'm gonna have to like figure out what's gonna be a good time. I just stick to the 3 p.m. thing because it's it's consistent. B, it's a good time for us to do it, and then we go into the evening. And most servers seem to reset starting at 3 p.m. EST. So that's kind of like why we picked that time.
Yeah, but it is a good time because it's in the evening late for Europe, but like not too late.
Yeah. If I slap myself, will it wake me up? You're definitely gonna get a shock, but I think that shock might.
But also a cold shower would work.
A cold shower might work. You might also just get cold from that.
Yeah, but being cold wakes you up too.
Not entirely. Your body might.
Or just turn your phone to the brightest setting.
No, God, don't do that.
Hey, it wakes you up.
No, it blinds you with science. Sorry.
But it also wakes you up.
You have weird.
Or just say, Alexa, turn on the lights.
No, I have no Alexas located in my.
I do. Mine just replied.
No, thank you. Okay, actually, let's talk about Alexa, and more specifically, where AI and virtual assistants are coming along now. When server resets, because I live in UK, it's already 8 p.m. I mean, I don't think MC Hub, I don't think Moab, yes. Cool, that's gonna be good. That Moab triggered again.
Get back on the track.
MC Hub is not going to have a reset anytime soon. I'm expecting that they won't have a reset until like what are we? We're April, May, June. Yeah, into June or July at this point. The only reason they might do an early reset is they basically circumvented what Marco stated when Marco had done all the resets on. And you try to make me blind? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, hey, did you wake up at least?
Yeah, I can't see anymore.
Well, you can type, so you can see. Nice try.
No, I'm that's just my response on that. And I'm on voice chat, so it's easier to say things. So yeah, so MC Hub, I don't expect that there's gonna be a reset. OP Legends, I expect that there will be a Skyblock resets at some point, but I think they've been focusing on a lot of just changes there that I think it's gonna take some time before a lot of progress gets made. The execs there too are still dealing with school as well, so I know that there's a lot of, like, I don't expect that a lot is going to happen until the summertime. Woo! There's my yawn. Summertime as well for them. Enchanted MC, they reset every 2 seconds. So I mean, if you want a server that resets often, do Enchanted MC. But it is out of all of the three. It is the most pay to win and also the most simple, I would say.
And chaotic.
I don't hate the mechanics that they have there. It's just very simple. But yeah, Minecraft Legends next week. That's gonna be fun. So I expect that there should be a lot of people probably not even playing on servers. if they're into the Minecraft variety stuff. So I think it's going to be fun to play. It'll be more challenging to play against people. I think that'll be interesting to try out. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to testing and trying that out. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Besides that, I just want to try other games on the week on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And week on, but also week on, I want to use it as sort of like a revisit as well. And I've got like loads of games on Steam that I've either not played or I wanted to play and never did. So what a great excuse to play these games. Some of them
Me with art.
Yeah, some of them I bought, which I thought I would like enjoy, and I immediately was like, "Oh, why does this suck so bad?" At least it feels that it sucks, and that's the Sword Art Online games. How does an anime make a game?
True?
How does an anime make a game look so cool, and then they actually make a game-ish about it, and it's so bad? By the way, today events finishes, I think, so last day to spend your carrots.
Can you pass that? Wait, can you pass the Sword Art Online game to me? I want to try it.
I don't think I can pass them, but they're like, it's weird because
it's like a bullet, isn't it?
it plays very much like, not like how the game, the anime describes it, which is like one of my disappointments.
Mm-hmm. No, I've played it for a while, I think, on PlayStation.
But like, let me check real quick. Oh, do I even have Steam up? I usually close it when I'm on. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't want to have it.
Loading up.
I don't want to have it loading up because it'll not that my internet's bad, but my computer is not. My computer is doing enough with the fact that Minecraft is running. Plus, I'm on OBS. Plus, I'm on Discord. Plus, yeah, so I gotta be careful. Unless someone wants to donate me $3,000 Canadian, then I could get the baller PC that I've been wanting. That would like solve me from my problems. I don't need monitors. My monitors are fine. Okay, they're good. I got it on sale, but they're not the best monitors. But for what I do, I don't need anything better. Did I tell you the story about my monitor?
I don't think so.
Okay, TLDR, there was a sale, there was like a Christmas short sale for Lenovo monitors that were 32-inch monitors for like $200. And I was like, wait, 32-inch, 200, and they're like good refresh rate, reasonable refresh rate, and like good color gambit. I'm in. I'm buying two. Because, like, I wanted that dual monitor thing so you can get, like, that nice... And they're curved monitors, too. Not huge curves, but, like, slight curves. So I was like, oh, sweet. Like, that's going to be good for, like, my setup. I get one. So I ended up buying one first. And then I was like, oh, perfect. I do want this. I'm buying another one. I end up buying another one. And the first one that I got ends up having a complete bar across the screen that's busted. And I'm like, excuse me, what happened? And this is like in under 4 months. Their not insurance, warranty. There we go. Their warranty was for 3 months, and my thing happened in 4 months. Man, did I have a fun phone call with them, explaining how like this is supposed to be one of their newer models that was just built, like last year, so it's not even a year-old monitor, and it broke and it's not working, and like I had to argue left, right, and center. I sent all the proof. I went through with them with like how to check it out, what to try out, whatever. And then they finally were just like, "Fine, you know what? Like, we'll replace it. You have to put it." It's like, "Do you still have the original boxes?" And I'm like, yeah, I have one of them." And they're like, "Cool, you're gonna have to put everything back in the box and ship it to us. In the box, and we'll send you a new one. If you receive the new one first, put the old one in the new box." It's like, oh boy, okay. So did that, sent it to them, whatnot, was fun. Then the second monitor that I had, still works. They both work since then. So I definitely fluked out on the one, but like I do have one dead pixel that I know that's on the second monitor that I got. So I went through 3 monitors, one fully like broke, and one has a dead pixel out of 3. Just goes to show that sales or prices or whatever, not always the best. But the monitors are great. I've still had them. Would I want a better one? Probably eventually, but for what these ones do for me, don't need another one. Computer-wise, yeah, computer-wise though, I definitely want to. I bought a decent computer just before the pandemic went crazy with the weird prices and sales and stuff like that. But my computer is now like for less than what I paid. I could already get a better computer. That would do me really good with my streaming and stuff like that. But I don't have the spare money, and if I did, I would almost rather hire an editor at this point, which is sort of my goal. Because right now, all the editing is done by me, mostly by me. All the shorts are mostly done by me. All the live stuff is mostly done by me. So like it gets to a point where it's like I know where I'm being bottlenecked, and what it is just lack of support. Having more support, having more help would help a lot, but I also don't want to just depend on others for free, because I mean, I've dealt with situations where like someone will say, "Oh, I totally want to help you," and I asked for it, and then it's just like they get bored and they walk away, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I didn't pay them, so it's not like there was like a concrete commitment, stuff like that, or agreement that needed to get something completed. So, and I checked for like reasonable prices as well for an editor, like, and by that I don't mean like not a fantastic, phenomenal editor, but like a reasonable price for like someone who like can do the job. And I don't feel that it would be like a cheap amount to charge them. Because like, yeah, I could easily go on Fiverr and find someone and be like, yeah, I need a 30-minute video with the ideas in a proper direction, in this direction, and I'm sure I could get something for like $30-40. I don't think I'm gonna get someone who can remain consistent and good for that amount, and I would feel bad still, because I feel like it's still pretty much robbery. So I think after checking a lot of content, a lot of different editors and stuff like that, a reasonable price for an editor, at least last I checked, would be $125 per 30-minute video edited. And so that's good. I think like I could probably do that, but it's so expensive. Like, it's still like if I'm wanting to support that level of like being able to make videos, and let's just say I want to make 2 videos a week consistently. So if I have an editor that can help me do 2 videos a week, well, let's assume 4 weeks in a month. I know there's 52 weeks, but let's just say in a month I want 8 videos. Well, 8 times $125 equals, that's a lot of money. And I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, no. I actually just want to get the accurate math. Yeah, it was 1,000. Okay.
Cool.
It is literally $1,000. So yeah, fun times. The best easy. Wing, tell Anne to unplug her Alexa because it spies on you. Yeah, everything spies on you. Do you have a phone? It spies on you. I made the joke earlier in one of the chats that, like, I bet you if I scream Snickers bar, I'm really wanting a Snickers bar, that, like, I'm gonna get ads for Snickers bar. I didn't get ads for Snickers bar, but I did get other types of
Candy.
of candy and chocolate bar type of things. So I was like, oh, I don't know if it's I'm just seeing them now because I'm looking out for them, or that they're just there now type of thing. So who knows?
But hey, Yossi, just for you, Alexa.
Does Alexa get pissed off at you when you say her name all the time?
Alexa. Nope. But I've also implied that she doesn't have to reply with, "What can I do for you?"
Oh, good. But actually, going back to that, the whole virtual assistant thing, I'm looking forward to that being an actual proper thing. Because I think I think there's a lot of benefits that can come from having a virtual assistant to help people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
great.
I think it's scary, what people can also do with that, and how, like, I could see a lot of, like, vicious malware and vicious, like, things to happen from that. But I also I also expect that we're gonna have cool things, sort of like Jarvis from Iron Man. Not Vision, by the way. But, like, just the idea that, like, you can just go, hey, I need these fabricated. So think about the technology we currently have. We have fabricators that can utilize filaments to make whatever we want. People have made and are utterly producing amazing things now with that. You also have such a fantastic immersion of, like, how how resin can be used as well. And there's this one guy with a beautiful art pieces that he makes using resin, and, like, making these, like, little, like, wave claw things as, like, little art sculptures. They are so cool. And he's done one that's like a fire sun as well. Love it. So if you have a virtual assistant, if you're into, like, manufacturing stuff or designing stuff, like, I could see you easily just pulling up a Tony Stark, which people are already doing essentially. But then having, like, a virtual assistant's like, hey, do my numbers work out well? Am I missing anything? And, like, the utilization of that is going to be crazy. I'm going to go shower. See you later. Make sure it's a cold shower. I'll keep you up. But yeah. So, like, I am looking forward to the whole virtual assistant thing. And I think it's going to be interesting to be, like, everyone's sort of going to have that going on. And I think that's going to be, like, it's going to get to a point where, like, everyone's going to start. Like, everyone already has a smartphone. And smartphones are basically going to be everyone's pocket computer. So I expect that that's what's going to happen, is we're going to get to a point where desktop computers are going to become our cell phones. And all we're gonna generally need to do is just hook up our phones to whatever our computer dock is to, like, access our stuff. And so, like, I do see that.
Like, also, to match him up with a chip some kind of way.
I don't
Or
know if it'd be that.
how do
I don't know if
you...
we're gonna get to that crazy point. But it's just that everyone's gonna have a cell phone on them all the time, and it's gonna become one. Like I would see like already their cell phone stealing already all the time, but having the actual ability to have like all your data, computer stuff like that. You'd still have your password and retina scan or whatever doodads for that, but like if you go somewhere, you'll have access to what you need by just having the dock in, dock out. But then, if you have all your information, all the stuff you need on your phone, you can just bring that out with a virtual assistant telling you like what you need to do, what to sort to go out and transfer files to. Bring your phone to the fabricator. Fabricator will make whatever. Bring your phone to like something else. It'll like. I think we are getting to a point where we're going to be able to. Like, the reason why it excites me is because I do think we need to be at a point where the technology needs to be able to support a lifestyle that we currently desire. And once it can be done to the point where we don't need as much people to do the jobs. And I know this is going to sound counterintuitive, but I think once we can get to a point where jobs are a lot more made automatically without us needing to be present there, especially in some of the dangerous fields, we'll be able to then depend on that a lot more and have more of a focus on like being able to focus on the things that we do need, like food, make sure we have clean water, make sure we have clean energy, make sure that we have enough of all of these elements so that we do not have to worry about food, shelter, and being able to survive and live. And the reason why I'm big on like looking into a lot of like fabricated homes and small spaces or cargo homes or van life stuff is because I think that it's going to become very much the norm, not just for like a fad, but where people can like, I want to travel, go there. I don't want my home to I don't want to be tied down to a location. Let's just go there. And so like a more mobile home is going to be a thing. And then I think you will have more compound style places where they'll be self-sufficient and not even need to be connected to the grid, which people have already demonstrated they don't need to now. But the only limiting factor is just batteries, lack of batteries. More specifically, lack of storage. Energy storage. I think once that can be developed, I think we're going to see ourselves with like virtual assistants making things quite possibly much better for us. Do I think there's going to be bad actors trying to take advantage of that? Oh, absolutely. I expect that we're going to have supervillains trying to take over Iron Man's technology. I think I lost Anne.
No, still here.
Anne's like, I'm bored now.
Oh no, I'm letting you ramble on. It's entertaining.
Okay, so long as you're entertained with the idea. I definitely want to get to a point though that like people don't have to, like people should be capable of being able to enjoy their life and not feel like they are stuck. Having to only do base level jobs and have base level lives. I want people to like, if you enjoy music and you want to make music, you should be able to make music. If you like art and you want to draw and paint and sculpt, you should be able to do that. If you are wanting to program and you are wanting to program, I think that like you should be able to. I think the idea that like it's fine to have like a career and a job and like what's important, stuff like that. But I do think we can get to a point where we can move forward onto what we want to do rather than what we need to do. Part of the reason I'm talking like this too is I just saw the second episode of Dr. Stone, the anime. Second season? The latest season has been releasing slowly, and I love the shit out of this anime. But they released there's a new character that's on the show, and he keeps touting himself as the greediest person in the world. But the reason why he's the greediest person in the world is because he wants everything to be available to everyone and come back for everyone. And I sort of I agree with that ideology. I don't think greed per se is a problem. It's just not I don't think it's utilized the correct way. People synonymously will say like greed is evil. Well, no, evil is evil. Greed is someone who wants things continuously. Like, I have to always have things. Like, gimme. If you have to do something bad to achieve that, that's not because of greed. That's because of your actions for you to do that. And I think that's the problem, is a lot of people associated to that at that point. It's no longer... Greed is no longer what it is. Greed is just seen as evil. So I like the idea that greed is not evil. It's just the equivalent of like a desire. A thing, like, you want love, well, what's love? Well, I mean, if love could be emotional greed. Like, why do you love someone?
I agree with that.
Huh?
I said I agree with that.
But because, like, and like, people could do terrible things because of love, but people associate love as for good things. Well, yeah, because most people aren't trying to murder people under the guise of love. Unfortunately, you do have a lot of people that tend to harm people under the guise of greed. So, like, that's sort of the problem, right? It's usually the association that's the biggest issue. I'm gonna just rank up. That's rank up next. There we go. Can I do it again? Can I do it again? No. Yeah, 720. Alright, so I'm not too far off. Yeah, I should be able to get 740 pretty soon. But yeah. So, and I don't think humanity... I think humanity's greed is what has developed itself moving forward, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And our imagination has definitely led us to a lot of what we've built as well. Freaking, we've watched Star Trek, and we've imagined replicators. Well, we have that practically with the 3D printers. We're not replicating food yet, although there's some people looking into developing that. But we are getting to a point where we are, if we want a toy built, if I want a Pikachu toy built, I could have a 3D printer do it. If I want a dragon sculpture, I could have it developed. And where is that going to come from? Well, it's going to come from artists. It's going to come from people that are going to design these in CAD. They're going to design these in Blender, any of the tools that are available, to then fundamentally make the things that are going to come through. So I think that's fantastic. And it is the direction of the things that we are getting into on what we can develop, stuff like that. So Yeah, greed. Very, very useful, very important. And I think that if we can get to a point where we no longer need to treat greed as a negative, because we have the technology to get us there, I think we're going to be in such a better shape for society. And I think we can finally skip ahead and move forward. What are you doing, Curse Witch? What do you do? Okay, bye. Yeah. What do you think?
No, honestly, it's like there's this fear in the back of people because of science fiction, robots taking over the world, this and that. But there's also curiosity. Curiosity is it can be. It's most of the time it's good, but it can also be bad. Like everything has two sides, at least.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of see it. Like, but I'm also that person that's like, you know what? Whatever happens, fucking happens. Sorry for cussing.
I kind of agree with that as well. Mind you, I do think there's certain levels of like, you guys could stop doing that, please. Like the war right now in Ukraine is ridiculous, and it's also like scary to think like what else can happen because people want things in the wrong way. But aside from that, yeah, we'll just see how things go. I mean, look how crazy things, how crazy things developed with the whole lockdowns and everything with the world pandemic.
Exactly.
I mean, that, in some regards, I'm actually impressed how we were able, to a certain extent, interact well globally. Like,
yeah, we're just in a constant state of change.
Exactly. And the amount of things people were able to do, adapt, change the ideals of like what needs to be done. I think that was impressive. And it's really shown. It's shown the kind of like the next level of like what we accept, what we don't accept, type of thing. I
agree.
And yeah, sure, it led to other problems and issues that needed to be resolved, but like we always have problems to resolve. We always have things to try to figure out. And no offense, but like some things run its course as well. And what's actually one of the things I think it's running its course slowly are malls. And like it's crazy to hear like, oh, there's not as many people in malls anymore, and the stores they can't keep up with the rents in the malls, so they're closing down. And I'm like, okay, maybe the prices for the stores in the mall were too expensive. That could be something else. And maybe it was too profit driven, so maybe don't only focus on profit, maybe focus on like being able to serve a proper like provide a good quality service, product, whatever. So yeah, I think it's really changed the paradigm. The one thing I think that needs to be changed, and I hope there's some companies, very few companies that are realizing this and adapting it this way, but there's so many that don't, is being able to, yes, Moab again, being able to invest properly in people, which is not happening. people wonder, like, oh, why are people not staying in one company? I'm like, well, are you a job that can support someone buying a brand new house in a year, that can also be able to start a family, and that they're able to take a vacation properly? If you can't, if your answer is no, and these were staples that were present back in the days, in like the 1950s, 1960s, well, you've answered your question. You can't ask someone to be loyal if you're underpaying them. Okay. Find a solution to no longer underpay them, or better yet, establish a system that can pay people for the efforts that are being placed in the company that is deserved. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, how often... Okay, there's a terrible example, but like, it's a good example to like identify. There's someone that on like one of my Facebook feeds were showing a showing two articles that were like on top, one on top of the other, where one says McDonald's had gained like $4 billion this quarter or something like that, and then the next one is that, oh, they fired a bunch of people from their jobs. Do I think the firing is terrible? Yes. Do I think that McDonald's shouldn't have done that? I think they could have managed it better. But to say that the company only made money because they fired people is a gross misunderstanding of how businesses work. And that's sort of the problem in that regard, is people only see the surface level information, the surface level stuff that's going on. They are not understanding how businesses work in general. So that's problem number one. But that's part of like education, but that's a whole other can of worms. But let's just go back to how do we kind of improve people wanting to work somewhere? Well, what most companies, what they'll do terribly is very poor incentives. Oh, well, if you do well, we'll give you a pizza party. Oh, like the Simpsons joke one where, oh, if you guys sign this new agreement, we'll give you a keg of beer, but you no longer get dental plan. It's like, what? Like, no, there shouldn't be like, you shouldn't try to diminish what the workers, what your staff, essentially the people that are making you the money, like, you shouldn't be diminishing that. You want to empower that. So, and I don't care what division you're in a company, what you could do is, instead of, and you let the stakeholders know. So if you're a public company, you let them know this plan. And you'll let them know that you are spending this money on the people because it's going to improve retention. It's going to improve overall quality. It's going to improve people being happier. Because a lot of the times, people don't like their jobs. Especially if they're terrible jobs. But what makes it worthwhile is the people, the interaction, the benefits. So, what could you do? Well, if McDonald's is making $4 billion revenue, give everyone a split of that. Oh, it's not as easy. No, it's a bloody easy. You know what you do? Whatever you make in a quarter, so every 3 months, you see what level of profit you've made. You know you have that profit. Have you re-spent it already or whatever? Okay. Maybe you'll have to rejigger some of your expenses so you're not spending the money immediately. But you could set this up already in at least in a couple of quarters. without too much problems. So let's just say you make 4 billion in profits. Let's just keep using the McDonald's analogy in here. You know your trends well enough that you could probably say, you know what? We could probably take 10% of that, or 20% of profits, and split it evenly to everyone in the company. I don't care what position you have. Split it evenly to everyone in the company. I don't care if you're the janitor. I don't care if you're the barista. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're the executive. Split that evenly. Oh, that's unfair. If I go up, I don't get as much. It's not a matter of how much everyone gets. It's that everyone gets it equally. That's important. So what does that make? Well, if you take 10% of 4 billion, that is 400 million? Am I wrong with?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I think it's 400 million. I think I did my math right. So that means instead of 8 billion profit, oh no, they made 3.6. Okay, that's still 3.6 profit. Now you have $400 million. I would really have to check how many employees there are at McDonald's. This will also depend on how many employees you have in a company as well, because obviously you'll get more if there's less employees, stuff like that. But at 400 million, let's just say, I mean, if you had 1,000 workers, everyone would get 400,000. So like, I guess let's just say they have 1 million workers. Cool, it's an extra $400 every quarter. Is it huge? No. Does it seem like a bonus? Maybe. But what is...
It motivates too.
Well, that's part of the thing. It's like they gained... You're showing that they've gained an equal amount to everyone. And it doesn't have to be 10%, by the way. It could be higher. And frankly, I think it should be. Easily at least 25%. But I just went for 10% for the simplicity of the discussion. So you have everyone that now has an incentive to being part of the company. And being helpful and being together with everyone, to being able to stay there at the company, to make sure that you work well with others, that you are wanting the success of the company because you're achieving stuff with the company. One company that does something somewhat similar-ish, but not exactly, is Home Depot. You know why everyone's called an associate there and not staff? Is by
I don't know.
It's because by legal definition, everyone is an associate, because when you get hired, you are given stocks in the company. You are given ownership in part with the company. But they have an agreement in your thing that the minute you stop working for them, you have to sell it immediately. I thought that this was hilarious because when I had worked there for just shy of a year, and I think you get something like 100 shares or something like that. By the time I had stopped in under a year working with Home Depot, that thing returned to me, I think it was like $370. But you also got like dividends and like whatever thing that got paid out equivalent to that as well. That's sort of a way you could do it as well. to what I was explaining with the whole McDonald's analogy. But I feel like that one's way more complicated. Because then you have to, like, legally get them to have shares, and then legally have to get them to, like, give it back. And so it doesn't have to be that complicated. Or maybe it does. Maybe it would be better to do it that way, because then there's more precedence in the feeling of, like, being owners or ownership of something. But suffice to say, if you can turn it around where people can feel like they are getting what they've worked for, then, like, hey, you know what? An extra $400 every quarter could be huge. Then they know that, like, oh, I know that we're gonna get some amount from all the hard work that we've been doing. We can. It's like it could be used for, like, a surprise. It could be used for, like, paying off debts that needs to be paid off. But, like, all of that is outside of the norm proper pay, which that should be happening as well. And I think that would help a lot more in being able to reinvest. And you know what? One thing that people need to, like, realize, companies especially, need to realize as well, is you should invest in your people even at the cost of losing them. Because it's not so much, oh, we're going to lose these people we spent money and trained, but it's that image that it will retain. And if you have that image long term, that shows that you're for the people, you're quality, you're looking always to help people, you're nonstop. You're gonna be the place where people are going to come back to all the time. You're gonna be the company that shows themselves to be in the right. And you're going to be better off in that at that point than anyone else. So, yeah, you might be losing people, but you're probably going to be retaining a lot more quality people, as well as train them in the way that you need things done properly. Yeah, another Moab. And you're going to be able to move forward a lot better than you anticipate. But of course, companies, they're not going to do that. That's too hard.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to come to a point where they're going to realize where, like, there's a reason why the whole union thing is being pushed on the rise a lot more again nowadays, because people are being underpaid. They're being underappreciated. They're being not utilized properly. And I love the, like, argument about silent quitting. And it's like, no, if someone's silent quitting, it is not, oh, why are they, it's like, how dare they do that? It's, what did you do to get them there? Like, what is it that's missing?
Yep. As an example, I mentioned earlier that I might be moving out somewhere this year. That means moving out of this town. I already mentioned that to my manager that, hey, I might be moving somewhere this year. And that they'll have to find a way to replace me. But, like, that's months in advance now.
Yeah.
So that way they can already start training up someone that's already in the company to take over eventually.
I think that's more just like giving people a heads up because of a change of venue, which is fine. But I mean, like, if you weren't moving, but that place was just like, you just did not want to work there anymore because, like, they were underpaying you, they were treating you like crap, or the environment is just not conductive of a good working space type of thing. And you're basically doing the bare minimum, which, by the way, if they're doing the bare minimum, they're doing their job. So they're not silent quitting. They're doing what you paid them to do. Now, if you want to properly pay them, maybe they'll feel more energized to potentially do more, but they shouldn't be expected to. If you want more from them, you pay them what they're due. Like, hey, I want you to do these special things. This will be an increase of $1 or $2 to your salary based off this project. And at the end, at the conclusion of this project, you'll have a permanently retained 50 cents type of thing. With the potential of another project that will also be an increase. Like, you should be treating things like that. No. No, we don't do that. That's not fair. What do you mean it's not fair? If you hired them for one thing and then start demanding them extra things outside of it, I'm sorry, but like, I know that companies are trying to be like, oh, well, we want proactive people. Like, no, you want people to do work that you don't want to pay for. It should be the opposite. Make sure you pay for the work that you want so that your people don't feel underappreciated, especially when they put effort into something and then you either don't use it or you end up like calling them out type of things. Like, those are moments where you destroy credibility. Those are moments where you destroy like the direction for people. Man, all right. I'm almost at 800. That's awesome.
Dang.
Woo! That actually ended up going a lot faster. But I mean, it helps because I was able to upgrade stuff. And Moab has been triggering a little bit easier now since I've been leveling up the mining path. Which I hope everyone, if you've been playing, you are doing that if you're on MC Hub Prison, because mining path is the way to go. Actually, speaking of which, storage. What do I have? 20. Oh, I can't. Alright, well, let's just pick up all the keys. Holy butts, I have a lot of keys. I have 309 balls. That was a statement I didn't expect I was going to say. Cool, I hope.
I don't even know how you get those,
mining
honestly.
path. So if you go to path, go to mining path, you get lucky balls, which so I have a 1% chance of getting balls. I have 0.04% of getting epic lucky chests, 0.005 of lucky keys, but then Moab is half of that. So the amount of chances that I have of getting lucky keys, half those chances actually also trigger Moab, which is great. And then I have 0.05% of just getting free money, which e-tokens, the free e-tokens thing is also kind of like baller. So it's always in the millions.
Nice.
So very awesome on that. Ooh, let me check if Beacon Obliterator is now better. Ooh, Beacon Obliterator is better now. Well, Earth Splitter, you've done your job. Thank you very much. I will now obliterate beacons. Wait, was that just given a jackhammer yet? Cool. Whee! Oh, Earth Splitter's cooled down, but that's not the one I'm using anymore. Oh yeah, Beacon Obliterator is now better than Earth Splitter. So around 780, got it. Is when, although Earth Splitter can still be useful, especially in a mine, you don't have control of resetting. What's good is that you're able to like strip out the mine. But I'm okay with just creating loads of holes. Wait, is my wand better than my Beacon Obliterator? Nope, beacon plater is slightly better. But I do like the wand. Okay, you know what? Let's go to crates. And just get all these keys unlocked and see what I... Oh, wait, when did I... Oh, my, yeah, I got an iron drill. Okay, that's cool. I'm actually happy about that. Booster, E-tokens, crystal, E-tokens, booster. Okay. Loads of voting keys. But the other ones are going to be better. Also, I should probably claim my carrots for the event. For the keys. So that's going to be good.
You probably should.
Crystal, booster. Boop, boop. Okay. No, I still had one more voting. Vote. Booster.
Dang, I've been here for 2 hours already.
Yep, stream has been 2.5 hours. Yep.
Gee.
I'm glad you enjoyed listening to me.
Time flies, man.
Is there nobody in your channel?
Oh, there are. They weren't when I joined.
Tell them all to come to the stream and harass me.
They can do that when they check self-promotion and they see you live.
No, it's hilarious how no one cares about the self-promotion one. I appreciate that you have it, but it's hilarious how they're like, "What?"
Oh no, that's how I thought. Oh, you're live. Okay, let's join.
But I
care every now and then.
But I just love that they're just like, "Oh, what's your link?" It's like it's literally been there the whole time. I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, iron. What shards do I have? I think it's a lapis one, right? 2 lapis makes a iron, I believe, right?
No, redstone, right?
No, redstone makes lapis.
Okay, no, that's iron. Or yeah.
Do I have enough for a lapis? Yes, I do. I will buy this iron drill.
The confusion.
I think that's gonna be good. Oh, I just got another dolphin key. Thank you. E-tokens, yay. Alright, events. Let's get all of my carrots spent. Whee! I still have 14. Wow, okay. So, the event keys are gonna be good. Yeah, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, loads of crystals. Good. City resources. Fun. Yeah, I'm already... I think I overdid it. Uh-oh. Booster, that's fine. Dolphin. Dolphin. I don't have space for crystals. PV1. Let's just put the crystal boxes away for a second. Oh yeah, I gotta open all of these later too. Oh, there's so much to do. I took too many.
Hey.
It's okay. It's okay. It's still gonna be worth it. I'll just go to the box later and pick out all the stuff. Beacons. Yeah, I'll take beacons. More crystals. No. E-tokens. Yeah. I just need more room in my... Oh god, all the dolphin keys. Alright, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Beacons. I'll take more beacons. I will absolutely take more beacons. More robotsos. PV1. I'm gonna have a lot of crystal boxes later. Okay. Let's just open more of these, and I'll handle the crystals after. More keys, more keys, more keys. No, I don't need efficiency. I need fortune. That's fine. How many extra keys did I get? Loads of extra keys. Alright, back to voting. Voting. E-tokens. Lobster, lobster. Beacons. Oh, more crystals. No, shark. More crystals. Alright, come on, event key. Go. Go. Cool. Resource. Cool. Easter. More. Okay, lobster keys. Little cute lobster guy right there. Cool. Booster beacon. Cool. Yeah. Oh, wait. E-tokens, crystal, E-tokens. Wow, so many crystal chests. I mean, the bonuses will be good if I can get it, but crystal booster, crystal beacon. Why so many? Okay, well, can I? Let's open a bunch. Box. Is there any? Yeah, there's a bunch. Plus, there's extra keys that I need to get as well. Alright, let's just put these donated. Open. PV1, let's get these back. Let's deposit more of these. Oh, there's going to be so many. Has it upgraded any up? No, not yet. Cool, that's fine. All these are XL. Cool. Yeah, because I think I'm already, like, past 8 at this point for some of these. Auction house, sell, 501. Don't need you. Robots, I'll put the robots over there later. Claim all, more keys, event. Oh, did I just get another one? Please tell me it's... No, it's not fortune. Just do that again. Crystals. More crystals. Yay. You know what I love? Crystals. Why? Because they're crystals. Alright. Lobster key. Dolphin key. E-tokens. Let me check the city real quick. Because it doesn't really matter which one I have there. You'll be good for a while. More beacons. Sweet. Gifts. Good. Okay, Thorad hasn't sent me anything. So I have even more carrots still. So let's get the rest of the Easter keys. Oh wow, I could still get 5 more. Okay. Already I am filling up my box again. Booster, E-tokens, beacon, booster. Sweet. Let's just go through the event keys some more. E-tokens, beacon, booster. Yay! If I can get another drill, that'd be great. Booster, crystal, beacon, crystals. Yay, more crystals again. Key. More crystals, E-tokens. Shiny box gave me a custom title credit. Yippee doo dah. I think I've got like a bunch of those now, and I don't know what to do with them. E-tokens, boosters, more keys, yay. And if I go to box, more keys here as well. Beacons, yeah. Okay, no, I spent them all. Perfect. So I've got loads of... Wow, did I get a lot of dolphin keys? Woo! More... Yes, because I needed more voting keys. Alright, let's try this again. Lobster key. Try this again. Crystals. Yay. Dolphin. Ooh. I'll take the, redstone robot. That. Crystal. Beacons. E-tokens. Crystal. Yeah, okay. More dolphins and 1. Alright, so I'm Wow, I almost just went through... Ooh, got a drill. Nice. Robot. Nice. Shark. Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, got quite a lot of beacons out of that. Definitely got loads of crystals. Yeah, 2 reds make a lapis. Good. So confirm that with the robots. We'll be able to do that with the drills later. Oh, the rest of them went there. Some more crystals. Do I get to upgrade any of them? Ooh, bee's knees. The ability that I don't have. Nice. Or that anyone does, to be honest. Cool. Yeah, that upgraded that completely. That means I can drop off these guys. Stone. Lapis. Iron. If I check the robots, I now have 2 emeralds. Oh, cool. That finally reached to my first netherite robot. Neat. Oh, sorry. I've got 2. Oh, I think I bought one at one point. So I got 2 netherite robots. Neat. I could sell them, but you know what? The 28 million per hour is going to be useful when I do the prestige, which is my goal. At least this season, I need to prestige at least twice. I've only prestiged once. So that's what I'm going to have to do next. Let's go to my mine. Ooh, blue. Nice. Okay, drills. Let's claim the money. I need to claim you back. So that I can do that. I can do that so that I can have a gold boy going. And can I put a stone one? No. That's fine. PV1. Let's hold stone boy there for now. Let's just get this out of the way as well. 106, yeah. Open all. Oh, I knew that that was going to happen.
But hey, Wing,
Yeah.
I'm a
No,
dip.
not a problem. Thank you for being here this whole time and listening to my rants.
Oh, good. We had some good convos.
Yeah. And I'll talk to you more later.
Yes, yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun with the thing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't need the gold nickname, so I'm just doing that. Oh, there's going to be so many of those to open. Okay, let's just get the boosters out of the way. Booster, 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 booster. Okay, PV1. Let's get keys there. And let's grab these. Okay, the reason why it's smart to open these kits is this. If you open them all, you get pouches out of them, so... The fact that I let it get to the point where there's so many of them is terrible, but at least if I can open all of them, and then I could just trash it after. At least the armor notes that are not really useful. Then I can get at least things from the actual kits themselves. Yeah, that filled up pretty easily. Go, 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 go. And now I can open up what is useful. Booster, E-tokens, E-tokens. Booster, E-tokens, E-tokens. Perfect. Let's go through it some more. Crystals now. Booster, E-tokens, crystal, crystal, E-tokens, crystal. Fun. Crystal, crystal, booster, booster, beacon, E-tokens, E-tokens. Is everything else crystals now? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna open all of these now. deposit these down. Upgrade. Do I go up anymore? No, that's pretty good. Cool. Actually, check kits. Do I have a bunch? Yeah, I can also claim all these as well. I just want to keep the Admiral note. Otherwise, the rest of them can be trashed. Perfect. More of what we've gotten. Perfect. Yeah, alright. That, I just went through a lot of stuff. Got 69 beacons. Nice. And, I don't think there's anything in the auction house that is going to be of value. Oh. Yeah, no. Those aren't really of great value. I'm bored. For all about that. Yeah, nothing else is worth it. So, yeah, I think I can finish, just aim to finish up and get the amount that I need. Oh, Spartle's almost done leveling up his mine as well. Oh, so good. Okay. Hopefully, I'll be able to... If I can trigger Moab again... Oh, actually, speaking of if I can trigger Moab again... How much is this again? Really? Does it get more expensive after a while? Am I... Whatever, I'm just gonna press Q. There you go. Having more storage is good when Moab gets triggered. Especially on a mine this big. One thing I do enjoy that I'm glad that they did implement is the laser function. So that, like, if you are dealing with, like, loads of holes and stuff like that, you're just going to end up being able to, like, still destroy it as you're moving along. So I think that that's been worth it. And being able to get through this probably sooner. I think that's the wave ability that's going to get triggered. That's awesome. So, okay, I need at least 1.3 billion. If Moab triggers, I basically got that. So, guaranteed, just need to wait for a Moab to trigger. And I'll be able to rank up to the next one now. Additionally, I'm doing decent numbers when things trigger. So, Beacon Obliterator, when it triggers, I get about 1 million. 1.5 million. If I go to... If it's just normal mining... Oh, Espartle's there. If I'm just doing normal mining, I am making about 100,000. 80,000 to 100,000, so that's slow. But when things trigger well. So I think the one that's the most important, I think. So I think wave just triggered. Yeah, there we go. So when wave triggers, that's like 24 million. So I think it can be done quickly to try to gain some chances of moving forward. Since the Spartle's up too, he'll be able to reset things, so I'll be able to like dig down fast enough. I really gotta understand where that explosion's coming from. I don't know if that's like something that my thing's doing, or if it's something that Spartle's doing. I'm assuming it's Spartle. But I don't know. Anyway, he can level up one more time, and then I know he's been prestiging up pretty quickly as well. Because I've seen him prestige a few times. And, like, make it so really fast. But he also has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, he has a significant amount of drills going bonkers. That are definitely helping him get money fairly quickly. Whee! So I don't think it'll take him... I don't think it's going to take him long to get the next prestige quickly. And then once that can be done, I will lose the spine aspect again. People are talking in the chat just about like how they're staying up late and how what is it that they do, and Spartle's just like, oh, I just take a cold shower and I get food. So I still need 1 billion, basically 1.2 billion. So, yeah, Moab is really going to be the one that's going to, like, save time, but I can't depend on that to trigger. But I've set it up so that if it triggers, I got loads. I am getting triggers here and there, which is great. It is getting me what it is that I need to move forward. I'm basically hoping that once I can reach 1,000, I'll be able to showcase Ascension, because I did get quite a lot of good bonuses from that I want to take advantage of. So tidal wave, if you're working on someone else's mine, getting tidal wave first is worth it. If not, Fisher is pretty good. Fisher is consistent between my mine or Espartal's mine that I'm on, but otherwise, unless I'm using, but when tidal wave triggers, I get so much more. Oh, he just leveled up. He may just prestige. I'll know when he prestiges, because I won't be able to do anything else on the on his server, on his mine. Sorry. So yeah, getting the amount of blocks from tidal wave is great. That is moving things forward. Perfect. Oh, Moab. Woo. Oh wow, good number. 6666. So let's see if actually that'll crazily speed things up. I'm also 2 levels away from getting the next tier of abilities. So that'll be great. I think I should be close to 1 billion from the Moab explosion. My cell is, my auto cell is just slow-ish. Just because I didn't upgrade it high enough to just clear my backpack very quickly. But yeah, I'm already at 1 billion. Still making 660,000 there, yeah. So, oh yeah, so I have definitely made enough to rank up to 800. So, woo. Moab, thank you very much for triggering. Rank up next. Oh, I have 54 million to go. That's fine. That won't take long. In the grand scheme of things. But yeah, definitely Moab. Now, like, it's gone to a point where it can trigger better than it did before, and that's going to help a lot. If I come back to Spartal's mine after I prestige, if he hasn't prestige as well, if I get Moab to trigger. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. It's just funny that there's like an accusation of someone being mean, and it's like, this person's never been mean. What's going on? What's happening? Are you crazy? Do I have enough to rank up now? Yes, I do. 800, baby. So that is great. So yeah, at least I reached the goal of what I wanted for the stream. The MOAB has basically been the reason for that. But also improving some of my abilities like Explosion has helped a lot. Because I think every time Explosion triggers, I get 20 million. Close to, anyway. And Beacon Obliterator is just going to continue getting better. So that's going to be good now. Or better. It's just going to keep getting better. My wand still needs some upgrading, but the more that it goes, the better it will be as well. Yeah. I think I want to like have Moab trigger like one more time. Or Espartal Prestigious. One of the two. And then we could see how my mine is doing. And then go from there. But yeah, I'm glad for the progress. This turned out to be a good morning stream. Chatting with Matt, chatting with people. With a quick visit from Revault, and then Best Easy chatting while Anne was in VC with me. So awesome sauce. I forgot my phone is on. It's a claim. It's a claim from one of the videos from Mort from like ages ago. So it keeps coming up again, but it's like the one that keeps being brought up on it as an issue. I think I might just switch that to being like no longer paid because A, I don't expect too many people to rewatch it, and B, I just find it funny that they're making claims on it, but that's fine. Whee! Fun fact for those that are, if you're aspiring YouTubers, and you get to a point where you have to deal with the taxes, if you're outside of the United States, you want to look into getting your tax information sorted out with them as soon as possible, because anything that's American, apparently made in America, money that's coming from America, you might get like 30% of it taken from you. But if you don't get it sorted out, they'll take 30%. They'll hold 30% for the whole period. Each period until it's resolved for all of the amounts that you might be earning, and not just America. So that was interesting to find out. Since I'm Canadian and don't generally, I don't think I have a huge group of people in the US, but I know I have one. One of my members is from the US, so Thorad, thank you again. So I have to make sure that the taxes and the things were sorted out properly. And then we'll, if the things need to change at some point, they will, but for now, they are good. Whee! Okay. Come on. I just need Moab to trigger one more time. Also, I might be tempted, since Espartal is not resetting at the moment. I might switch to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch to Earth Splitter. Just so that I can start clearing out his mine. Yeah, let's open another one. Oh, I can't wait to max out my wand. That's going to absolutely do a great job. Bing. This is where laser comes in handy. There we go. Got reset. Sweet. Back to Beacon Obliterator. Bing. Good, 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 good. Ooh. Now, if I can just get another Moab triggered. Come on. Just one more Moab. Where Spartle decides to prestige. And I don't need the extra Moab. I mean, it's always good. But I just want to be able to say that I was able to do it one more time. Get all the monies from it. And then be able to wrap things up, at least for this session. For at least reaching the goal of 800. I could have gone, or I could keep aiming to go a little bit higher, but I think getting to 1,000 right now is not going to be doable. I know that once I can get to 1,000, I want to check out the Ascension, because I've gotten like a lot of upgrades for just Ascension stuff, and so I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to work itself out. So yeah. So Moab. All the other stuff are triggering well too. At least the explosions are doing well and giving me enough of the... Or it's getting me the experience I need for the pickaxe. Which is almost there. Eh. Oh, if I could level up that would take a few Moabs. But if I can level up Jackhammer, that would be great. Yeah, so again, definitely want to thank everyone who's been an immense supporter of the channel and just seeing us kind of go in the direction we're looking to try to aim for on this channel. Thorad being the official first member, closely by Jordan. And then Frigiba and Fnatic. All three of you, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. As well as everyone who's donated or just subscribed. You guys have been awesome as well. Definitely still have huge goals and momentum I want to try to achieve moving forward. I'm hoping that before the end of the year we can get to 2,500. If we can, that'd be amazing. Obviously, if we get more than that, that's even cooler. But yeah, I'm just hoping to see where we can reach, hopefully have a good community, and really build up what we can achieve overall. And I look forward to bringing everyone along, and even maybe involve many of the members as well as we progress through just anything and everything that we can do. Be awesome. I think I need to add a few more EDM songs, because some of the ones that I have that I usually listen to, it makes me sleepy. Already 580. That's not bad. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be... I don't know if I'm going to be reaching Moab again. Come on. Trigger Moab, I need it. Well, need it is a strong word. I want it. Man, the amount of, like, storage stuff I get, though. It was crazy that, like, I opened, like, what was it, 300 of them, and I ended up getting, like, 16 million from all those. It's nuts. Switch to our splitter. Let's go to the corner and clean up one corner at a time. Yeah. That's the reason I like our splitter, just because, like, when you're in a big mine and you don't have control of the reset, what you can do is just, like, slowly shrink the box. Just by clearing them out, and then of course, because of the earth splitter, it definitely does a lot more for the mine. Okay. That's fun. I think the fact that there's a laser, that's really good to have. Because then you don't have to go all the way down and, like, dig down there just to get whatever resources you need. You can just stay up here as well and still have a chance to, like, trigger any of the things that are down there. Like so. Although I still think if you're able to mine at the top, it is still useful. There we go. That switched. Sweet. Almost at 1 billion already. I was too close to the wall with the beacon ability. No. Wee. Man, he's definitely making loads of millions. Just from all the netherite drills he has. And just one of those non-upgraded is like 100 million. So add all of them and you get like $1 billion an hour. And like you just have to like mine a little bit, have the drills work for you for 3 hours, boom. You've already ranked up pretty quickly, pretty high, so. Slowly but surely. Just the fun of it. Is there any? Yeah, it's just me, so nothing great there. Not much there. Yeah, okay, so there's not much going on the prison side. It's a little bit quieter than the usual. I might just not wait for the next Moab. Yeah, I think I am good to go to my mine and maybe just do a wrap-up. Use P, shop, Wingless. Cool. Let's see if I get the same amount of money. No, I'm getting more now. For my mine, which is to be expected. The only thing that's benefit for that mine is when it explodes and I get the Moab. It literally just gives me into the billion. So that's where it's really got its benefits going on. But it's still very useful to use, but at some point your mine ends up being the better one in the end. And I think the next level up that I do will oh no, it did change the environment already. No, I lost my tree. But that is awesome. Whee! But I think this is a good kind of morning stream completion. I was able to reach the 800 that I needed to. I was able to chat with Anne. That made things much more fun as well. And I had a bit of chat with Revolt as well as the Best Easy. So thank you very much for you guys showing up. Thank you for joining. Take a look at this real quick just to show that I was able to get to 800, and then hope to move forward with other content as well, and other streams as well as involve Mort when she's able to. Have yourselves a wonderful morning if you're in the EST like I am. For everyone else, have yourselves a good day. Chat with you, talk to you later, and know that we do have a stream on Saturday, so that's tomorrow. So talk to you guys later. Bye.